Rushing the downswing is a really, really common problem. I know I've struggled with it in the past, and I'm sure you have as well. But in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to fix it for good. And this really is the key to effortless power. And do you know what? It's actually not as difficult as you might think to eradicate it for good. Let's start off with a little test. And you can do this with a golf club. Grab any of your golf clubs, hold it by the grip. The key to all of this, and I'm going to teach you how to do it through this video, is rhythm, flow, sequencing, timing, all of those words that we kind of know sort of fit together. If I move this grip back and forth, the club head will follow. Okay, the grip is leading, the club head is following. This is smooth, it's rhythmical, it feels effortless, and we can all do that. There's never any rush in this movement. I can create more speed, I can create more power, but it never feels rushed. It always feels smooth and under control. That's what you're going to have at the end of this video. So even though we're talking about the downswing, we need to start with the backswing. And I want to ask you a question. Drop down in the comments box, let me know. In the backswing, do you think your body moves the club head? Or do you think your club head moves your body? Be interesting to get your thoughts. What I'm going to teach you in this video is how to get the body to control or lead the club head. This little demonstration, we had grip and club head. In the golf swing, the grip, which was leading, that's your body. So when we look at someone like Tiger, and I appreciate you're not at Tiger's level, but we know he's got a great golf swing. When we look at someone like Tiger, what we see in his backswing is his body would complete its turn before his arms complete the turn. So his body finishes before his arms finish. Now what we said a moment ago was this was the body, this was the arms. So the body finishes before the club. Body finishes before the club. That's the first part to this whole sequence of events. What I see a lot of the times from those golfers who rush is the body doesn't finish first. The club finishes first. Let me show you what that looks like. So if you're someone who thinks maybe that the club controls the body, this is what happens. The club head gets moved away, the arms get quite narrow, the club and the arms kind of finish what they're doing, and then they pull the body to the top. So when I see that, I know that the club head is pulling the body to the top. I want it to be the other way around. Because what happens when we get this, when the club head leads the body, arms finish, arms have already finished, they are likely to want to start down first. We don't have the sequence, we don't have the timing built in. So the arms are likely to start the downswing. When we get the body moving the club, we get the body stopping and the arms finishing after. I'll go back to it. This is the body. Body finishes, arms follow. Body finishes, arms follow. So here's a little exercise I'm going to give you. I love this one. You can do it at the drive range. You can even do it in your back garden. It's great. You're going to go feet together. Club is going to start, whatever you want, a foot, foot and a half in front. Now the key here is you have to try and keep the club head as still as you can, and you have to step across before that club head moves. Now instinctively, if I said to you from here, swing to the top, you might find that you want to move the club. If when you do this, you find that's your instinctive move, there's that kind of indication that you're someone who maybe has the club doing all of the work. If I did that, I'd go club, I'd go step, and then up. So watch that again. Club stays, I step, and then the club goes up. And what that's going to do is it's going to teach me how to get my body to initiate the move away. So when I'm over the golf ball and I want to look like Tiger, what I have to do is I have to start by putting a little bit of pressure through this trail leg and moving my body in terms of a pivot and a rotation here. Now my body starts to finish a lot sooner. We get this beautiful wide position that we see all the great players do. Rory's a great example of this. Tiger was always a great example of this. Adam Scott. They have this beautiful wide movement. Why? Because their body is starting. So we've now got body going first, arms completing. Then what's the opposite reaction? Body starts, arms follow. That's how we get this sequence. So in the downswing, what do we want? We want the pressure to go onto that lead side first. Now, if we look at it as a sequence of events, when we go super narrow with the arms, the body turns, what's often the first thing we do? We accelerate the club down. The club weighs a little bit, okay? What's gonna happen is if you start from the top to swing the arms down, it's actually gonna cause you to push up and back. That might be a familiar kind of look and feel to many of you. You might have been there. Just make sure I don't take that duck out of the way. When I go narrow, turn, and then you start with your arms and you get force onto your back foot, it feels rushed and it feels horrible. That's because the arm started down. So here's the little exercise you're going to do now. You're going to take it in your trail hand, and now we're working the opposite, the downswing. Feet together. Hold it super lightly in this hand, and I want you to watch what happens when I move the body away. And as I move the body away, I'm going to put some pressure through this lead foot with a step. Watch what happens to the club. Which way did it go? It actually continued, and it went away from me. So what we can see there, as we show you a slow motion, is as my pressure went towards that lead foot, the club actually continued to go in the opposite direction. So we actually got pressure going this way, club going this way. Let's go back to this little demonstration. That's when we get this sequence of events where from here, we get the body going forwards and the club or the arms lagging behind. That's the sequence of events we need. That's how you're going to get the flow. That's how you're going to ensure that your arms aren't rushing. They're not throwing the club down to the golf ball. And when you can do these two together, which we're going to do in a minute, it's going to feel incredible. So we've got sequence for the backswing. Downswing, when we put pressure through that foot, it actually causes the club to lag, to get stored up energy. And then we can use that when we need it, but the pressure is already through that lead side. So watch what it looks like if I put these together. We're going to go here, we're going to go step, club stay still, back, and then step again as we swing through. Okay, let me show what that looks like. Club here, go step and turn, step and turn. I've got flow. I've got sequencing, which is key. I've got rhythm, and it feels effortless. It feels powerful. It feels like I've got loads of time to get the club back to impact. You contrast that with this arms go, pushes me back. That feels completely different. It feels fast, it feels rushed. And in a funny kind of way, that second one almost feels like I've got a bit more speed and impact. Sometimes fast is a good feeling. We kind of think fast feels good, but it's not good on the golf course because we lose our rhythm, we lose our timing. So here's what I'd love you to do. Now I've got 2-iron in my hand, so this is not an easy club to do this with. So I'm going to have a go. Bit of pressure on this. Do those exercises and I guarantee you're going to have a lot more flow, a lot more rhythm, a lot more timing, and it won't feel rushed.